Hi, this is Reasons Are Several, a weekly podcast where two guys talk about nonsense. My name is Matt. With me is Nell. Hi, Nell.
Hi, Matt. At AngelsFreak7 on Twitter.
At Reasons Are. Way to get that out of the way.
You like that?
Did I say episode 232? I didn't say it, did I? I missed it.
You may have.
Yeah, I fucked it up. Let's start again.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding. Episode 232 is what we're on.
It is.
You know what we do here?
We talk about shit.
Yeah, you know what else?
We
give away.
Oh.
We give away things.
I was going to show it. It was funny since we're looking at each other. I was going to show it to you, but you know what it looks like. No one else can see it.
I do. I wouldn't say partnering with, more like they're just being nice and giving us something to give away.
Yes.
Tinklebell, which you also mentioned just this last week on Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks, your other podcast. Go check that out.
Which is really funny because I didn't explain what the Tinklebell actually was. I just said we're giving one away. I didn't say this is what it's used for. Yeah, it's just like, here you go. Yes, we're giving a Tinklebell away.
It's what's the best way to describe it? It's a device that allows women to discreetly pee standing up without taking their clothes off.
Yeah, let's see. On the packaging, it says Tinklebell, the best stand-to-pee accessory. Intuitive, antimicrobial, reusable, hydrophobic.
Yep.
So there you go. I mean, that's the best stand-to-pee accessory.
Totally afraid of water. This thing is deathly afraid of water.
Yes. So these are for, I mean, mostly for ladies or people who have the lady plumbing that want to pee standing up. Like when you're camping, long drives, sporting events.
And you can just kind of sneak it in
barbecue.
there. You don't gotta drop your pants down.
No. It's Annalise is a fan. It works really well.
Yeah. So, and as we mentioned before, do not use it for stuff coming out the other end. Not a smart move. It's pretty much for pee only.
So how can a person win one of these?
So they can go out and tweet. You'd mentioned on your show that they needed to, I think you said that they needed to tweet the reason they should be picked for the giveaway. Really, it's just they could tweet whatever they want about Tinklebell. They don't have to say, it doesn't have to be related to, hey, give me the damn thing.
Okay, fair enough.
It's more just tweet anything you want about Tinklebell, whether you have some thoughts about it, whether you just want to promote it, whether you want to talk specifically about our competition, whatever you want to do, it's up to you. But just make sure that you hashtag TinkleMe and that you tag at ReasonsAre and at the Tinklebell in your posts. And we'll gather all those up. You have through October 31st. And then on our next episode after that, we'll kind of do a little countdown of maybe the 10 best all the way to 1, and number 1 wins. And we'll send it to you with lots of love and thoughts.
Oh,
and
yeah.
pee.
Yeah.
No pee.
We'll send you a bag of pee.
It's a brand new one, unused.
Yes.
It's not pre-owned.
Not pre-owned. It's got no miles on it.
No. So definitely go out there and do that. We'd love to see all your tweets, and we'll do that. But let's move on.
Freaking moving on.
I don't know if you'd want to call this one the sports desk. This is more like a news item, so we'll skip it. We'll just call this a news item this week.
All right.
This is from a week or two ago. A buddy of mine forwarded this to me. A Tennessee high school athletic director has been placed on administrative leave after saying girls, quote, pretty much ruin everything. Pretty
much.
In a video addressed to students.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about where he's coming from, he didn't say girls ruin everything. He said, they pretty much ruin everything.
They're good for some things, but most things they ruin. I just love the fact that he says this, but he has the audacity to, it's premeditated. I mean, he records it.
Right.
And then he shows it to the fucking whole school. Like this guy was pissed off. Like something happened, and maybe he's just sick of this PC crap, Neil.
Maybe.
He's tired of this PC crap.
That maybe he likes beer. Now, I didn't see the video. Was he trying to make a joke?
I didn't see the video either. They pulled it down.
Oh, they did.
I don't think he was trying to make a joke. I think he was legitimately like, well, it's fucking, they ruined it,
But I don't even understand how you would think that saying...
Let me explain
I'm
further.
sorry.
Jared Hensley, the assistant principal.
Oh, old GH.
He's the assistant. So, he's been bucking for that top spot for a while. He's also the athletic director at Saudi Daisy High School near Chattanooga. Made the video announcement Wednesday morning, this is a couple weeks ago now, of course, to inform students that there would be a ban on wearing athletic shorts. Hensley said boys would be unhappy with the rule, but that he, quote, had to make it. Sorry, bros.
What are athletic shorts? Am I missing something? They're just shorts? Are they like tight shorts?
Like, I think he's saying they can't wear those like to school and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Right.
That's my understanding. Unless because there's no way he's talking about actual sports.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like,
you have to wear athletic shorts for sports. Yes.
Right.
And if you, quote, if you want to blame someone, blame the girls because they pretty much ruin everything. They ruin the dress code. Well, ask Adam. Look at Eve. That's really all you get in. What, how does he say that? That's really all you got to get to. You can go back to the beginning of time. This guy is taking pot shots at Eve.
Wow.
For shit happening today.
Wow.
I just love the fact that he thought about this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this was not like an off-the-cuff remark at a party.
Tree.
He got real pissed off, and he's fucking slinging shit all over the place.
I like how his religious beliefs came into it, too, because, Adam and Eve, the beginning of time. And I'm
That's
like,
right.
Yeah,
he's not going to...
Fair enough.
Okay.
Not a creationist. Okay, I got you.
It's Tennessee. I get it.
I wanted to ask, this is interesting. So in the Bible, it doesn't say that Eve eats an apple. So she eats the forbidden fruit. Why do we all think it's an apple?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I always
What
thought
do we
it
have
was an
against
apple.
apples? Like, why do we make the apple the evil? Maybe it was a kumquat.
It could have been.
She ate a kumquat.
Maybe it was a grape.
It's so true. It is
know?
the fruit of the gods. Maybe it was a fruit
so.
of the loom.
It could have been, and
Yeah.
that's where it all goes back to. And you can't even wear tighty-whities probably anymore because of Eve.
So this guy thought about it. It totally fried his tree.
I got to make a video. Do you think he employed the student AV department? Guys,
Just the guys.
after school,
Just the
my
guys.
office, we're going to make a video.
The girls were in home ec, so they couldn't.
Right. No, but of course he's going to bring in guys because he's mad about the girls.
So, and this
then
is
the
all
whole
over
time
shorts.
The whole time those guys are filming going like, oh my God, this is crazy.
This
We
is
got to
the
post this
best
shit on
thing
YouTube.
ever. Yeah, best thing ever. So, and this is all over shorts because now guys cannot wear athletic shorts during the day. What it sounds like
That is
as
my
part of their
understanding.
uniform. Yeah,
That is my understanding. I just thought it was hilarious.
I want to know, like, if a girl complained and said, "Hey, we're not allowed to wear shorts. Why are the guys allowed to wear shorts?"
Or is it because their shorts were too high or something, and they were like, "Wait, this is getting out of hand. Now nobody can wear athletic shorts. We're gonna kill the rule for everyone because of what these Eves were doing."
Right? Because I can see the argument if they're like, "Wait, how come they can wear shorts and we can't?" That doesn't seem right.
No,
And I can also see the argument if the guys were like, "How come their shorts can be so short and ours can't?" Because that would be uncool too.
ask John Stockton.
But right, and tight too.
Yeah,
I just don't. I can't imagine. This guy is great. Yeah, they pretty much ruin everything.
He goes on to say, quote, "So it'll be like that for the rest of your life. Get used to it. Keep your mouth shut. Suck it up and follow the rules." My God, man, this guy must have just got dumped.
Right.
Or he has zero ability to get laid or something, because he is taking out some deep-rooted frustrations on the female populace.
And aren't we kind of supposed to suck it up and follow the rules? I mean, isn't
Well,
that kind
that's
of
why they
first of all
have the rules, I
at
guess.
school but in society? I mean, was he hoping like, well, I don't want to follow rules?
This is also a school administrator and a guy who is the athletic director. Rules would probably be pretty important to you, sir, right?
Yeah, I would think. Yeah, it's kind of a big deal. That is so good. Yeah, I saw the headline, "Girls Ruin Everything," and I was like, wow.
So it says Hamilton County Superintendent Brian Johnson released a statement condemning Hensley's comments and announcing that the AD was put on leave. Quote, "We've reviewed the video content. We find the comments about young women in this video inexcusable, as the sentiments expressed do not align with the values of Hamilton County Schools. The situation is under investigation, and this employee has been placed on administrative leave effective immediately." Who made you do that, Brian? Was it your wife? Did your wife make him put him on leave?
Eve from the beginning of time.
Because they ruin everything, every last one of them.
I want to know if when that guy was watching the video, he was like, "Is this fucking guy serious? Did he really
Right.
record? Is anyone else? Is it who's punking me?
Yeah,
Where's Kutcher?"
This is either tongue in cheek or it's a total setup. It's a prank.
Yeah.
But no, I wish I could see the video so bad. I want to see and hear like the level of frustration and anger in his voice to know just how bad it is. Like, is he really matter of fact about it, or is he just like gritting his teeth? Like you could see him getting worked up about it.
Right. Did you ever see the video of the guy who gets a ticket from a state trooper? I want to say it was somewhere in the Midwest, and it's an older dude, and he just loses his mind and starts yelling at the state trooper. Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. It's an older guy, and he's just like, what? And just super high pitched. And this is ridiculous. Blah, 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 blah. And the state trooper doesn't do anything. He just sits there and he goes, gives him the ticket and goes, "Have a nice day, sir," and then walks back to his car. And then they have some news station had them meet like months later and showed them the video, and the older man was like so embarrassed. But that's kind of what I'm hoping this guy's like. They ruin everything.
I don't know.
Beginning of time.
I feel like he's going to his grave feeling that they ruin everything. This guy is deeply, deeply scorned, and he is pissed. He wants to take it out on everybody. Such a great throw your hands up in the air. Sorry, dudes.
Yeah.
It's the fucking chicks, man.
And this is not something you can just apologize for because it's not like it's said in a joke or you're talking to a friend and he's like, "Oh, I was just playing around.
He
it
made
was
a
wrong."
video.
Yeah, it made a video to explain to the guys what's
Even
wrong.
if he thought he was doing it in some sort of humorous manner, you can't make a video like that and show it to teenage kids.
Right.
And go
As
like,
the reason
ha,
right.
poke in the elbows or in the ribs. It just doesn't work.
Poking the elbows.
Elbows in the ribs,
Okay, gotcha.
Sorry, no, this is not a visual podcast anymore, so I can't.
That's
nobody
okay.
can see my
the
chicken dance. Anyway,
that's good.
So let's move on.
Let's move it on. Move on.
Do we ever talk about sex dolls on this show?
I didn't even know they existed. What is a sex doll? Do they ruin everything?
I think they make everything better.
There you go, guys. There you go, guys. They ruined it.
We spoke a few weeks ago about how they were trying to open a sex bot brothel in Houston. It was imminent. It was like happening within the next week when we talked about it. Well, the city council has shut that shit down.
Oh.
They voted unanimously
Unanimously
to pass an ordinance that effectively blocks the brothel from opening.
The BBO?
It's the BBO.
Oh.
Fucking relax, man. The brothel was supposed to be the first U.S. showroom.
Oh, wow. Was it Tesla?
of the try before you buy Canadian love doll company Kinky S Dolls. Now, I did not know when we talked about this before, this was a try before you buy scenario. I thought this was just you plopped down $100, had your way, it was discreet, and you got out of there. I didn't think that there was this sort of like test drive situation going on.
I kind of like this idea. You just walk in full chubbed and you're like, where's Eve?
Is she wearing those shorts? Don't tell me she's wearing those shorts. God damn it. I have a lot of questions here because,
you think
other dudes are hammering these things before you're test driving it. So these are, I mentioned pre-owned earlier.
Right.
These are pre-owned sex bots? Is that what we're talking about?
Well, do you think they're pre-owned or do you think they have certain ones that are like, this is the try model? Like when you go to a Tesla dealership.
Oh, so you actually get a new one. You're just testing on the test model.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
Still the testing process.
Yeah, and the
know
cleaning process
been in there.
Be good. But you never know. The testing process might be like driving a car. There's somebody with you in the room.
Oh, that's even worse.
You have to use a condom. It's limited to a certain amount of time. You can't go to completion. It's like
the whole time the guy in the car or the gal in the car with you is just going in the room with you is just going, that's weird. What are you doing? That's weird. Don't do that. Are you going to do this with the one you buy? You shouldn't buy one.
Or even weirder is as you're doing stuff, they're telling you like the options of the different things. Oh, see how you can get different tongue sizes and different. Yeah, right. Now, if you look in her dead eyes, we can install LED lights that will flash.
Oh my God.
This one has celebration mode.
Oh, God. It starts raising the roof. Since the human-like dolls can cost more than $3,000 each, the company seems to think it's only polite to let potential customers try them on for size. I think that's great. I wonder what the cost is for the test drive, because it's not free.
No, it's probably the cost of cleaning. So what, 35 cents? Just bring in some Windex.
Gross.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes to run them through the dry cleaners.
That's it.
It just seems to me
strap it to the roof of your car and just go through a car wash.
Well, to me, it seems like you're trying on. There's a reason they don't let you try on underwear at a store. This is a similar concept.
True, but you can return underwear if you buy it and you don't like how it fits.
Yeah, but they don't resell it.
No, they don't.
So that's
with this,
it
wouldn't be reselling. Yeah, this is just the test drive model. I'm telling you.
I think they reuse that test drive model all the time. Houston locals were not thrilled, Neil, by the prospect of turning their fair city into a robotic Wild Wild West. According to USA Today, prior to the council's vote, a petition opposed to the robot sex business had more than 13,000 signatures. Residents
probably
testified,
all girls because they ruin everything.
Residents testified that the brothel was, quote, get this, crooked, evil, and sleazy, and would, quote, tear families apart. Sex doll, you're tearing me apart.
Don't you think it's the dude that has a family that's going there that's tearing the family apart? I couldn't
Yes.
imagine like walking by with or you and your
But
lovely.
why would you present him with the option, Neil? You're contributing to his family being torn apart.
Yeah, you and your lovely gal friend and your two those little things you guys bought. Walking down the street, I can't imagine that you'd go by a brothel and you'd be like, I'm throwing this away. See ya. And run in there.
Guys,
make
give me 30
sense.
minutes. Give me 30 minutes. It's just a test drive.
Yeah.
It's just
you
a
can come
test
in. They let the whole, on test drives, they let the whole family make sure the family
gross.
fits.
Gross.
Everyone's in there. The kids are asking, like, how long are we going to be here? Let's go. I want to get some ice cream.
Just here, play with my phone. I'll be
Right,
back. I'll be
right.
out in a minute. I mean, crooked, evil, and sleazy are pretty funny words that they choose to use there. Because I get sleazy, but crooked and evil is just weird. Like,
disgusting, I would understand, but yeah.
well, but crooked and evil sounds like you're taking advantage of, like they're taking advantage of you, but you're taking advantage of them.
Crooked and evil sounds like if you were talking about a financial, like, oh, they're crooked and evil. They're trying to steal
There's
all
a
your money.
scheme. Right. Exactly.
Do people not know that these dolls aren't actually alive? Like, they're not trying to take advantage of you. They're not trying to get your wallet.
They
or your
just
family.
lay there. You do the work.
Well, you could probably sit them up,
I suppose so. The council was unanimously opposed to the futuristic business, with one council member deeming them, quote, weird and a little gross.
That's fair enough. I like that. Weird.
Another
There's
planning.
the title for your show. Weird and a little gross.
And a little gross. That should be our tagline. Another of the council members
What are you pointing at? God damn it.
planning on filming patrons as they enter the building to shame them online. Okay, guy.
Yeah.
I don't think you're filming them to shame them.
No. If I knew it was being filmed, I would go there dressed up. Like, I don't know, maybe I'd dress up as a stormtrooper in my Frank the Bunny and just show up and like, here I am, woo. And then I'd find out the name of the person who is doing the filming and make it sound like we were best buddies. Like, hey, Frank, I knew you said you were going to be filmed. It's so good to see you, man. Are you coming back later?
Yeah, let's go, man. You're not coming in this time?
Yeah. Good for you. Never mind. I was going to go.
That's the crooked and evil part to me, is this guy filming them to shame them. That's some sort of fetish shit. He's filming them to go jack it when he gets home.
Yeah, show his wife.
Another was saying that Houston is not Sin City. Is that a sin? Is that a sin to fuck a sex doll?
Well, to supposedly, for some religions, I think to drop your seed to not procreate is a sin. But I don't know.
Okay. So masturbation is a sin.
I believe so.
Okay. Well, that's
In some
shitty
religions.
rule.
Yeah, I know, right?
I thought maybe there was some
Heaven's
sort of like,
pretty much an empty place. There's not a lot of people there.
I thought there was some sort of like commandment we didn't know about that was, thou shalt
not stroke.
shall not put penis in mechanical vagina.
Right.
They were very forward thinking. They were like, whoa, this is going to happen someday.
Yeah.
Moses was on top of it.
Some of that was command 30 through 40. Like, we still don't understand what they're talking about. We're like, what?
We just got to cover all our bases here, guys, because this book's going to be around a long time.
Yeah.
Think of no bad ideas. Throw anything out. Doesn't matter. Can't have sex with people from other planets? Sure. Let's throw that in there.
It's got to be kind of a bummer for people that are super religious and they have this book that is supposed to tell them how to live. But we've so far gone beyond what that life was like that it's like, what, Jesus didn't know that we were going to have freaking cell phones? And, so is it okay to film somebody? Well.
Exactly. They should have accounted for that.
Yeah.
You got to have the vision.
They probably did. And people were like, Jesus, we've heard enough of you. Man, we're good.
He just kept going on about all this technology. And they're like, Jesus.
Yeah. You. God. I think it's your mom. She ruined everything.
It's your mom.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it. The ordinance the council ended up passing, though, doesn't mean no one can have sex with a robot in their own home. Thank goodness.
Oh, good. Yeah. Keep the government out of my sex robot.
That's right, and out of my house. Instead, it makes it illegal, quote, illegal to have sex with a mechanical object in a Houston business.
Oh, fair enough.
So no vibrators, I guess, either then.
You can't use them in the business, but you can sell them. Yeah.
You just can't turn them on.
Right. I'm not inserting this.
Nope. This is terrible. I'm not enjoying this at all. Speaking of sex doll brothels,
yes,
we're just going to keep going with that topic.
Freaking roll.
I know that nobody's surprised by that. So this is from Vice.com. For a long time, it's a little wordy, so I'll try to get through it. For a long time, sex dolls were simply ignored by the majority of people in decent society. But now, thanks to a rash of niche brothels opening in North America,
And some podcasts.
and some podcasts like ours, some weird, what are we? Weird and a little disgusting? Weird and a little gross.
A little gross, yeah.
We've been forced to look deep into the uncanny valley and reckon with the hard truth that some folks out there like to have sex with dolls and robots. So when we talked about this a second ago, they're mentioning that brothels, not only the one opened up in Toronto, which we talked about, I guess there's one in Vancouver as well, which first makes me wonder, does universal health care cover that? Do you get access to the brothel?
Probably. I would imagine if you have some kind of like emotional or psychological issue and it's hard for you to approach somebody to have sex with, or you freak out, but you can do it with, it's probably covered.
It's like having a dog for anxiety.
Right.
Instead,
you have a plastic V.
You have a sex bot. Yeah, exactly. Kristen Meyer probably knows something about this. Kristen? Jenna, this is a tough name.
Jameson.
Oceanic?
Oh.
Oceanic, maybe?
Oh.
Oceanic. Sorry, Jenna. She's a sex tech expert and writer, which is a great title. She's the co-author of The Future of Sex Report.
A techspert.
A sexpert. The Future of Sex Report analyzes the current state of sex technology and offers detailed predictions of where we are headed to in terms of sex robots, augmenting boning reality, internet-connected dildos, and whatnot. I think we should look that book up right now. Get her on the show.
Yeah. I think we should do a little interview.
Oh, my God. So many questions, Jenna. First, how do you say her name? Because we've been slaughtering it.
All right.
Is it Oceanic?
Second, are you a fan of Lost? Because that was Flight Oceanic. What was it, 789?
Exactly. Third, do girls ruin everything?
Yeah. Have you ruined a lot of things in your life? Do you feel you're a ruiner?
Or are you one of the good ones?
Right.
I hope people know we're joking. So Vice called her up and interviewed her. This is pretty funny. I'll just mention some of the parts. What are your thoughts about these brothels? She says, what's interesting to me is they don't really have great sex robots now. Well, that's unfortunate. But what these new brothels are doing is giving us a kind of precursor into what we're going to see. In the next few decades, we're going to see people bringing their robotic partners around, even non-sexual ones. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean I could see that happening. Unfortunately, that scares me to death.
We've done it with animals, right? Remember those little Sony dogs were super popular, and I know they have in Japan they have little robotic animals.
That's true.
And was it Tamagotchis?
I can't remember the name of them, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So we've been doing some of that for a while in a weird way. But
not to this level. Although it's also, I mean, it's like full on companion, so it's beyond just a pet.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. Do you think they're going to be popular? I think they'll be popular one day, but I don't think there will be a surge
Jesus.
in popularity in the immediate future. And she cites the stigma associated with it. People are ashamed. They don't want to talk about how they're going to go and have sex with a sex bot.
I don't know. I wouldn't have a problem with it. If I was
that will
having
lighten up as we go, for
bot.
sure.
Yeah, what's a big deal? People be like, oh, you're gross for having sex with a robot. I'm like, you're gross for having sex with a girl.
Yeah, well, it beats my hand.
They ruin everything.
Wait. It beats my hand or my hand beats it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. You get the point.
Right.
What kind of misconception do people have about fucking dolls? I love that that's a question. I love that the guy was like, had her on the line and was like, do I say fucking dolls? Or I'm going to say it.
Yeah. What do I got to lose?
General
hang up on me?
There is this misconception, God, I can't talk, that the people who use these dolls are all lonely losers who are misogynist or can't get a woman. That's not the case.
No.
Some people are simply just attracted to dolls or robots.
Sure.
I've spoken to some men who are married and their wife is sick, so she doesn't have sex with them, and he doesn't want to cheat, but still wants to have fun sexually. Now, that's an interesting dilemma.
Right.
What happens if your wife is so dreadfully ill that she can't get
Or your
down?
hubby, let's say you're paralyzed.
Or your husband.
And doesn't work, or you're just so bummed about yourself, you haven't gotten over whatever illness or physical limitations you have, and your spouse, and you're like, well, go, I don't care. You go and, meet somebody and have fun, but I hope you stay with me. And the partner's like, no, I don't want to do that. I think I'd rather, maybe use vibrators, whatever, for a while. And then you're like, hey,
I need a body.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to thump a chump. You know what I'm saying?
I need a silicone body.
See that?
To lay against.
And these are like, when I think like with sex therapists and legal prostitution, these are sometimes the things that it makes sense about it. It's like you still want to, but you don't want to have that connection with an actual human or somebody that you actually is in your life. You know, this is just like, hey, get to go. I mean, I know if something happened to me, I wouldn't want Annalise to never have sex again because whatever. Because my tongue fell off and my dick don't work and I lost my fingers.
Right. Why would your fingers, you could still do it without the fingers.
Stump. It's stumper.
I was going to say, if something happened to you, I assume you'd be totally open for her getting a...
I want her to be happy. And I mean, I wouldn't want to hear about,
robot.
well, maybe...
Ooh, not Roger the Robot. Sorry, that's your boss's name, isn't it?
No, she would not want to do that.
His
wife doesn't even want to do that. But yeah, for sure. Tom Brady, the robot, John Bon Jovi.
There you go. Oh, you could totally dress it up that way. You could have that thing looking just like him.
Yeah, I'd be hanging out. Then
I'd
be playing video
games.
Yeah, right.
Of her.
Of her spending. Yeah.
Not of him.
Leave him alone. He wants to be with me.
Can you let the guy sing? She comes home and you've got him propped up with a guitar.
He likes it when I play Horizon 4 for hours on end.
What do you think, John? Cool.
Yeah. Could you hear? The argument would be great. Oh my God, I'm choking on myself. We got this so I could have sex with it, and you took him away.
Get another one.
You can't even have sex with him.
She then torments you by getting like Nikki Sixx. You're like, come on.
Nah,
you know I'm going to want to hang out with Nikki Sixx.
That's right. Yeah. Or worse, she gets one that looks like my dad. I'm like, okay.
Oh, Jesus. Had to take it to the next level, didn't you?
Just throwing out racist terms every now and then.
Well, at least you get to yell at him with
That's true. That's true.
Dad, shut up, Dad. So she starts talking about the real doll stuff, which we've talked about quite a bit. Those are the things that have all the crazy parts you could customize, like hair and eyes and fucking elf ears.
It's a goddamn Tesla, I'm telling you.
It pretty much is. For the last few years, Real Dolls has been creating a robotic sex doll head with a programmable personality that can be placed on a body of a sex doll. She says, I have the app, and you can kind of create like a Siri for sex. It's a type of companion. You can pick different personality traits. You're given, say, 10 traits to pick from. One could be jealousy. Others could be kindness. So you can basically create this personality in this app, put it in your sex bot head, so that technically, if you have the means, you could have the app and bring the companion with you without the body, just on the phone, and then put it back in the head when you get home.
I like it.
This jealousy?
Yeah.
So you're going to be like out, and your phone's going to be like, boy, you ever going to come home?
Right.
Like, who's this guy?
Yeah. You at the bar again? Seriously? Again?
When are you coming home? When are you coming home?
You wanted me to remind you to pick up milk, and I noticed you haven't done it yet.
Right. What's going on? You said you'd be home around 10. What's going on? Then she's going to come home, plug the thing into the body, and the body's just going to lay there and be like, fuck you. No way. After what you did to me tonight, no chance.
You know what would be interesting is, let's say you're a little bit older, and you've been with your partner for a very long time, and they pass away. Mm-hmm. And as, let's say, or they know they're going to pass away.
Is this the recreate their likeness thing?
Maybe a little bit. Like, you're just like, you don't want to go and meet somebody else. It's not about sex anymore, but you want that companionship. And it's like you have somebody that's close that you can talk to, that's going to talk back, that reminds you of that.
So it's going to have some of the snarkiness too. Like they're gonna kind of put you in your place every now and again. You're gonna be like, God, I miss you.
Right? Yeah. Be like, oh, you dummy. Oh, God.
You're being too nice. Okay, now that's right. That feels about
good.
right.
That's good. Yeah, you're paying too much attention to me. If you could ignore me for about 3 hours, that'd be great.
You need to go sit somewhere else and like play your guitar and not listen to me for a minute.
Right.
How important? This is the most important part I wanted to bring you to.
All right. Was this the climax, would you say?
This is the climax. We're about to reach climax.
Okay.
I'm about to come.
Blow
How
my mind.
important is cleaning to the process?
Oh, God.
How
very.
bad could it be, worst case scenario, if the person running the brothel didn't clean them? So she said, you have to clean it. We're just calling it it.
Wow.
I think it's super important. You have to make sure you trust the place that's offering them. And that's where the reasons are several sex doll cleaning and storage service comes in. We've already got this all mapped out as part of our business plan.
That's right.
What was the tagline again?
You cream them, we clean them? No, I forgot what it was.
That was a good one. You choke them, we soak them.
That's it.
That's what it is. You can get STIs from unclean sex toys. I love that they call them STIs now. It's interesting because these places.
It gets me confused because I think they're talking about Subarus.
Yeah, it sounds kind of like
They
that.
got the WRX STI. Nice. Very
Is
cool.
that an AMG?
You're right.
It's interesting because these places aren't regulated, so there's a lot of room for uncleanliness and unhygienic practices because how will they be checked and be held accountable if there aren't regulations? So there is such a market for our company, Neil. We've got to get on top of this.
Yeah.
And I mean literally.
Literally.
Get on top
We got to
of
get
this.
into it. We got to get really deep into this.
And I will say, remember, when they're worn down and old, don't just fucking throw them in a bag and toss them on a hillside because cops are going to find them and think you murdered somebody. So don't do that.
No. We will also have a recycle company. We'll kind of be like, is it Tom's Shoes? For like every shoe they sell, they give one to people in need, or like they recycle glasses and give those, take them to countries. We'll take the old sex bot dolls and we'll give them to countries that
give them to less fortunate children.
Exactly.
Oh, wait, shit, no.
Yes, exactly.
We're going to take these straight to the orphanages. No.
No.
We'll
give them to priests so they can stop doing what they do.
Priest is a good one, but we also, I think, talked before about taking them to old folks centers, you know? Maybe like an old folks community, and then just give them there, and I'm sure they'll be fine with it.
Yeah,
because they've got their warts and old age.
They already
issues.
have a bunch of STIs that they spread around those places anyway. So
well, I think didn't we talk about that on this?
Yes,
How like diseases go crazy at those places because they don't give a shit. Everybody's shooting blanks, so it doesn't matter.
Barebacking the crap out of the whole place.
Yeah, shooting blanks and menopause has just made that the fucking raw dog situation. So I saw this. I actually just saw something about this online today. It was referring to some sort of dating term, and so then that led me down this crazy path of like, oh, let me just find all these dating terms that I can look up. And I'm not familiar with most of these, and I'm wondering if you are.
Okay.
Because I mean, we're all familiar with things like catfishing and ghosting and things like that, right?
Right.
So I want you to guess what you think these things are.
I'm in.
You right? So the first one, haunting.
Haunting is when your partner dies and they they come back every time you hook up with a new guy or girl, and
Tap you on the shoulder.
they whisper things in your ear like, "You're not that big."
So it's not like I want you to feel guilty. It's I want you to feel inadequate.
Right. Oh yeah. Jackhole. Yeah.
They're not enjoying this at all.
No.
Look at her face.
Yeah. You're going to go to jail for this. Or on the Supreme Court, one of the two. We don't know.
Jesus. It technically is when you think you've ended a relationship and cut off completely from somebody, but there's signs they're still lurking around, like they're liking some of your social media posts.
Oh.
And they're reading your stuff and viewing your videos or whatever. So that's haunting. Next is master dating, which I guess it came up like 5 years ago, but I never heard it. Master dating.
Well, this is you take a class. It's it's an online video course that they advertise them all the time on a bunch of different podcasts. You take the master dating classes, and it teaches you how to be more suave. Because that's
so
what the
you
girls
take
want.
it as master dating.
Yeah.
Okay. Where you don't know the spelling.
No.
It's you are.
Oh.
So it's a little more of a take on
masturbating. Gotcha.
Yes.
Well, it's you know what? It's done with a British accent. So that's why. Yeah.
That's the difference.
That's it.
Taking yourself on a date alone to the movies, to dinner,
I used to do that a lot.
As a way of treating yourself, getting to know yourself better, finding out who you really are. Master dating.
I did that a lot.
I master dated 3 times last week. Like something like you could say that.
Nice. Yeah, I used to go to movies and to breakfast by myself. It was or dinner. Sometimes it would also be where I'd go to write lyrics for songs.
Oh, okay.
So
this could work for women. This could work for women as well, but it also would be a great follow up to the.
They'd ruin it though.
To the assistant principal, yeah. Master dating because girls ruin everything.
Because they ruin everything.
Be by yourself. Gatsbying. Woo.
As in the Great Gatsby? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't have anything witty for this.
Posting pictures or videos of yourself, like basically looking awesome or like you're having a fantastic time for the sake of getting someone's attention. Like somebody follows you.
Oh, like having a YouTube channel?
That could be part of it. But it's more because you're really trying to get people to like have their interest in you. So for instance, like you post a picture on Instagram or whatever and somebody sees it, they're going to follow you and they're going to see it. They're going to be like, whoa, look at them. They're having fun. They look good.
Like a specific person? Is it kind of like if I knew you were into the Ducks, so I I posted a picture of me like in Ducks gear at a Ducks game knowing that you were going to be like, oh, look at that guy.
You could, yes, that would
it-
be a way to do it. It's
Okay.
basically, yeah, it's certainly targeted. You
Would that
know
work?
who's
I mean,
following you.
I'm just spitballing. but
Yes,
I'm
although
curious.
that's a little. I feel like you could do better than that. Like I feel like
Okay.
you want to post yourself like maybe with a half shirt and
Okay.
tight shorts and stuff, and just having a ball.
Can't wear shorts, Matt. It's been ruined
Can't do it.
since the beginning of time.
Thanks a lot, Eve. Eve in those damn athletic
I
shorts.
tell you,
They never show that picture of
No.
her in the athletic shorts, do
they
they?
don't. They don't. They had one of her in Spanx, but she was really upset that Adam posted it. So
She got pissed off.
Yeah.
Take that down right now.
yeah,
Hey, it's already
it
out
was
there.
a little bit of body shaming. What was it that you were telling me to stop body shaming the mouse the other day?
Oh, the mouse.
That was
Fat mouse.
hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that cracked me up.
Next is breadcrumbing.
Oh, that's when you leave a trail of not actual breadcrumbs. You'd leave a trail of like whatever the girl you're into likes or guy. You'd leave a trail because most people aren't very bright, and so it goes all the way to your bed and then like onto if you're a guy looking for a guy onto your Johnson, guy, girl, guy, whatever it is.
Sure.
It just goes to the sex organ, and they just like, oh, look, I fell on your vagina.
Right. In a more like romantic or romantic comedy style movie, you might have like rose petals, or,
Right. Diamond
or pieces
rings.
of clothing, slowly
Money,
getting
things
yeah,
girls
money.
like,
Right, things girls like. Athletic shorts. Oh wait, they don't like those. Ripped up athletic shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Breadcrumbing. Now there were two different ones I found when I was poking around.
Mm-hmm.
Sending out flirtatious, non-committal text messages to people to lure a sexual partner without expending much effort.
Oh, kind of like when I text you yo and nothing more.
Right.
Am I breadcrumbing you?
Maybe.
Breadcrumb all over your chest.
It's all over my face. But there was also one that said it described it as sending those same types of messages to people that you're not really interested in as like a slow way of breaking up with them. So they're two totally different things.
Yeah.
And I think the first one makes way more sense because you're trying to lure them. You're not trying to like wean them off.
Yeah, you don't breadcrumb something away. You'd
No.
sweep the breadcrumbs away so they didn't know how to get back to the
Right.
gingerbread house or however that worked.
Is this a Hansel and Gretel thing?
I think so.
Gretel. Don't get me
Fucking
started.
ruined everything.
Don't get me started on how Gretel ruined everything. Wasn't it her fault in the end? Did
Always.
they get eaten or something? I don't know.
Think of everybody. Bambi, Snow White, everybody.
Bambi was a boy.
No, but the mom. She ruined
you're
everything
saying
by
the
dying.
mom ruined everything.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Benching.
Let's freaking get yoked, bruh.
That's when you get yoked with one of your bros.
Benching is so. This is more of the electronic, like dildo and what do they call the girls or guys? The sex dolls.
Mm-hmm.
You bench test them, so you got to hook them up to make sure everything's right, and you make a video of it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I was
So
like a
you're
bench
benching.
test. I
Yeah.
gotcha. This is actually when you aren't totally into dating someone, but you don't want them to go off and find somebody else. They're kind of your backup plan, so you string them along so they're on your back burner or your bench.
Gotcha. All right.
It's also referred to as cushioning,
Cushioning.
which is keeping a backup around to cushion yourself if you lose out on like your main
On number
relationship.
one.
Yeah,
Sure.
like that's your fallback.
Right. It's like when you apply, you want this job, but you're not going to tell the other job no yet.
Right. I've applied to 10 colleges. These are my for sure backups. These are my home runs.
Right.
You know? Yeah,
I mean, there's always community college.
that's right.
Yeah.
It's always there for you.
Yeah. We all had a girl that was our community college at one point or another. Or a guy, whatever you're into.
Of course.
I was somebody's community college, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, I think we all have been.
Yeah,
I know for sure I've been at some point. And in my early and mid 20s, the kind of the math game you would play, because I'm a finance guy, the more what I used to refer to as lines in the water, a little fishing analogy, the more options you had to get going. So you don't want to put it all in one.
No, of course you wouldn't. You
don't want
wouldn't
to put all your eggs in one basket here.
You wouldn't actually want to commit to a singular person.
It's not just committing. It's more like you're not even to that point yet necessarily. So you're
test driving.
You're test driving. Exactly. You're test driving sex bots.
I'm sure I was, like I said, I'm sure I was somebody's test drive.
Could you imagine like kicking the tires on that sex bot and being like, you know what? I like this, but I think I'm going to go check around. There's another place down the street. Well, don't leave yet.
No.
We'll knock $200 off right now.
Right.
I would hope that the arrangement would be like that, where the guy's got to go up to his boss and be like, I'm going to go put in for you, and then like, what would be the equivalent of like the floor mats?
What can you
That they throw
afford
in.
monthly?
They throw in like
Yeah.
like
for free cleanings,
something like that.
Right.
I mean, anything, any incentives to get you to not leave and make the purchase on the spot.
and then what it is, like you go in looking at like the super high end one, and then they run your credit, and they're like, yeah, you can't do this,
Not going to be able to afford this.
but
Right.
we got this other one. It's a great vehicle. You know, it's the Fiesta of sex bots.
She's got no legs. That's cool though.
Go in for the Mustang and leave with the Fiesta.
Right.
Paying the same amount though because your credit's so bad.
Your credit's so bad. The rate is so high.
Yeah.
She's only got 2 fingers on her right hand. It's fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. This is just a starter.
It's just how it goes, man.
Yeah, you'll get a nicer one later. Don't worry about it. Kitten fishing. As opposed to catfishing.
No, I don't want to talk about this. Sounds gross.
I don't think you want to guess.
No.
When you represent yourself on your dating profile as being like unrealistically awesome, like I'm a fucking lawyer and I'm always, this, I'm always that. Like you're
yoked
basically
and rich. Yeah.
So you're not portraying yourself as somebody completely different. You're just embellishing the shit out of your life.
Right.
But I think that's just got to be all the time, right? I mean, people always are posting their best pictures and
Sure.
and making themselves sound as good as they can because you're trying to put your best foot forward here when you're on a dating app.
Yeah, but I do think on dating apps, some people, especially
Keeping
as
that
they get a
shit
little
real?
older, keep it a little more real. Like, no, this is really the shit. I'm divorced. I've got 2 kids.
I got bad gas.
Yeah.
I like to play video games 4 nights a week.
I keep a stack of sex robots in the basement.
Right. Smoke a lot of weed.
Don't like
you
to clean.
in?
That's right.
I got a few more.
All right.
This one is a crazy one that I'm really anxious to hear what you're going to say.
All right.
Pie hunting.
This is odd. Well, of course. Yeah, I mean, it's in the title. This is when you go and you just you only pick the person you want to talk to by what you think their vagina looks like.
Right. You're envisioning it.
Yes. And you just walk around, and so you're only looking at people's crotches when you walk into a room.
Right.
And you see one that you
Which
think
is a great
you're
way
like,
to start.
Yeah, you're like, I think that's solid, and you walk up and you're like, hey, blueberry, blackberry, lemon
Cherry.
meringue.
She's my cherry pie.
Yeah.
Put a smile on your
what
face,
is it?
10
What
miles
is it?
wide.
That's right.
Tastes so good, make a grown man cry.
Sweet cherry pie.
That would be fun. It would be great too if the women were on board for that kind of approach. Like, hey, guy, eyes down here.
Or is it when you're just looking for women that are on their cycle?
Oh God.
You're right. You're just pie hunting.
You didn't need to take it there. That's the ultimate cherry pie. Oh, I might have to cut that out. That's gross. Anyway,
Everybody has a fetish.
an unsavory practice in which hunters deliberately date pies or heartbroken or vulnerable people because they're easy targets.
Oh, so you're the rebound.
Yeah, you're looking for the hook, the quick hookup.
You want to
because
be somebody's
they're in a
rebound.
bad place.
Sure.
They're looking for some redemption and
Also known as going to a wedding.
She looks sad that her
Yeah.
friend's getting married. She hasn't gotten married yet or isn't engaged.
Right.
Oh man,
Destination weddings because, hey, everyone's leaving. They're not
that's
gonna
true.
know. Yeah.
That's right. Times are hard. People forget. Stashing.
Is that when I'm going to say you have a lover on the side?
This is when I was really hoping you were going to go with the stash thing, and there was going to be some sort of mustache ride scenario going
Right,
on or
right.
something. But
That's pretty good.
you stayed away from it.
And, yeah.
When you date someone but conceal the relationship from your friends and social media, so you don't want anybody to know you're dating this person at all.
Oh, okay.
Stashing.
I think I'd go with like hibernating or something more fun with that.
Hibernating doesn't really apply though. Stashing, you're putting it.
Well, maybe
you don't
you
want
make
people
her
to find
sleep,
your
though.
stash. You want people to find your stash,
I
man.
thought like that. Okay. I thought of it like stash. Well, it's the same thing. Like squirrels stash their nuts.
Oh boy, it's too easy.
Never mind.
Oh man. Let's see here. Hold on one second.
I like when you say, "Hold on one second," like I'm just going to leave. Okay, Matt, you're done talking them out. Sorry,
Well, I
bro.
wanted you to understand why I stopped talking. Hold on. Okay. Last one. Turkey dump.
Turkey dump. No, what's coming to mind is not nice
When
to
you
say.
find the executive bathroom that's way at the other end of the house after Thanksgiving dinner, and
Right. You just
let
yeah.
it go.
Turkey dump. Is that when I'm going to say when you break up with your girlfriend before or after Thanksgiving?
Good guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like if you're in a relationship, let's
boyfriend.
say from high school, and you go to college, let's say, and you come back for Thanksgiving, and that's when you kind of drop the hammer.
Pre-Christmas because you don't want to spend the gifts, or pre-Hanukkah.
For sure, but it's the first opportunity for you to be like, you know what? It's too hard. It's not working out. I can't do this.
We're
I miss you
great
too much.
friends, but the distance is just tough.
I mean,
need
I'll
to focus
stash
on
you.
school.
I'll stash you if you're cool with that, but
Yeah.
we can't full on date anymore.
No.
So I don't know. I was master dating last week, and I thought about this.
Yeah. And you kind of ruined everything. So
You did, because that's what you guys do.
that's what you people do.
And whatever you do, don't fucking haunt me, okay?
Yeah,
I don't want this to be
and
weird. I don't want it to get weird.
No breadcrumbing, no haunting.
No, you're not on my bench.
No.
You could be on my bench.
I'll put you on my
Maybe.
friend's bench.
I'd rather stash you than put you on my bench.
Yeah.
Put you on my friend's bench. Why don't you go hang out with Billy?
Yeah.
He could use his bench is pretty empty.
Yeah.
He
Billy
could use
needs some help.
He could use some recruits. Okay, I think that's enough.
One hell of a signing bonus from Billy.
Was going to mention
Do it,
that
man.
coming up in a few weeks is Podtoberfest. This will be the 4th annual Podtoberfest event. This is put on by Jason the Angry Ginger and the whole of the Monkey Poo Studios. That would be 7 Days a Geek, Podcasting 101. I'm forgetting the other one.
The Deconstructing Dad.
Yeah. So it's that kind of family. But they've been doing this event for the last 3 years. This is the 4th year. And so he's going to be doing that on October 27th, which is Saturday. I think they're going to start at like 9 a.m. Eastern. And he's going to go pretty late into the night. I don't think they're going to do a full 24, but they're probably going to go a good like 18.
Okay.
It's going to be a fun event. Go check them out. It'll all be live on Mixlr. I will be participating in the later hours, doing an hour or two.
Mm-hmm.
So go check them out. It's a lot of fun. It's a really cool event. They do a lot of different things. The theme this year is superheroes, but of course they cover all sorts of topics. So, and if I'm on there, that sex bots are coming up. So,
No, you know it.
So go
Very
check
nice.
that out. Thank you, everybody, for listening to our show. You can find us at reasonsareseveral.com. Please go out and subscribe and write a review for us. I mean, we haven't had a review in a while, so get the fuck on it.
Freaking
all
do
right?
it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I go out there and write reviews for people.
Quit
So what are
slacking.
my reviews.
We bust our nuts to bring you this stuff. Don't ruin it.
Yeah, we bust our nuts constantly. Don't ruin it.
I busted a nut.
Don't ruin it. Just busted another one. Also, go check out Neil on Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks, as well as Halos and Heathens vlog on YouTube. As a reminder, you can tweet at us at ReasonsR, at AngelsFreak7. Don't forget to go out and do the hashtag TinkleMe tweets for Tinklebell and enter that contest. And if you so desire, you can email us at reasonsareseveral@gmail.com. We'll be back next week. Thanks, Neil.
Thanks, Matt.
This one's a hit.